Hey mama, if you're listening to this, you might be carrying a secret that feels too heavy to speak out loud. You look like you got it all together, you serve at church, maybe you even lead a Bible study. You smile when you drop off the kids, but no one sees the other side of you, the one that comes out behind closed doors. At home, you are a completely different person. You yell, you explode, you scream at your kids, sometimes in their face. You tell them to shut up. You grab them too harshly. You throw things across the room. You smack them in anger, twist their ears, spank them in rage, and immediately after, you are hit with a tidal wave of shame. You cry alone in your room and you whisper, "God, what is wrong with me?" You feel scared and disgusted by your own reactions. You're terrified that someone might find out. You wonder if your kids would be better off without you. You feel unworthy, broken, and too far gone to be redeemed. You try to fix this on your own. You listen to podcasts, parenting books, download freebies, but nothing changes. You keep falling back into the same patterns, and it feels like you are stuck in a cycle that you can't break. You don't trust yourself anymore, and if you're honest, you are afraid of who you become. But here's the truth, Mama. You are not beyond hope. You're not alone, and with God's help and the right support, you can change. I'm Elizabeth, a mom of 4 and an anger management coach for Christian moms. And inside my Calm Christian Mom coaching program, I guide women just like you through a powerful transformation. This isn't shallow behavior management. We go deep. We address your triggers, your stress, your mindset, your nervous system, and the spiritual root behind your patterns. We invite God into every layer and walk hand in hand towards healing. In just 12 weeks, you can become a completely different mom, unrecognizable. One who leads with patience, not panic. One whose children feel emotionally safe around her. One who cultivates peace. This summer, I'm offering a Calm Mama strategy session, a powerful 15-minute one-on-one coaching session designed to help you uncover the root of your anger and receive spiritual, emotional, and practical support. It's your chance to experience what coaching is like with me before diving deeper into ongoing support. If we both feel like the full program is the next right step, we can talk about what that looks like for you. You don't have to keep living like this. Your family is worth healing, and so are you. Use the link in the show notes to book the Calm Mama strategy session. Before we get started, I want to give a shout out to a few mamas that have left me a positive review on iTunes. So JDS, whoever that is, she said, "I'm not alone. It's so comforting to know I'm not alone in this matter. As a Christian mom, there's so much guilt and shame around bursts of frustration and anger I battle around with my kids. So grateful for Elizabeth's assurance. I feel like she knows me and the struggles I have. I can't get enough of her right now. So grateful for this podcast. She is a real sanity saver." Thank you so much, Mama, whoever you are. I'm so grateful and honored and grateful to God that He has put me on this path to support you and that my podcast has been helpful. Lindsay, she said, "Love this podcast. Boy, this podcast is a fresh of breath air. I am a struggling boy mom who pretty much bargains and yells 90% of the time. This podcast has so much value. Highly recommend to all looking for love, truth, and support." Thank you so much, Lindsay. Anyways, I just want to say thank you for those that left a review. I read every single review. I'm not even joking. And I am so grateful for all of you that have left positive words. It means a lot. And if you haven't yet, would you do me a favor and scroll down on Apple and where you listen to the podcast and leave me a 5-star rating. And if you could leave me like 2-sentence reviews, maybe something that really stood out to you in the show or some value that you got out of it, because that's how it That's how other moms are able to tell if this podcast is valuable and helpful by reading your reviews. And that also encourages me to keep going. And really, it's kind of the only way for me to know that it is actually truly helpful for you. So if you haven't done that yet, please do so. And without further ado, let's get into the podcast. How do you know if your anger is actually a problem and that you need to do something about it? Here's the thing. We all experience anger at one point or another. Like whenever I coach you and I coach my clients and I tell them, I will not take your anger magically away. My goal is to help you manage it in a healthy way so it's not destructive towards you or towards your family members. Okay, so we all experience anger. It's a normal human emotion. There are things that contribute to our anger that are in our control that we can do and take action on to reduce and lower that anger. And I have so many episodes on that. And then I teach you things that you can do in the heat of the moment. Yet, how do you know if it's actually a problem? How do you know if you actually need some help in this area? Okay. So, number one is your kids are scared of you. If you ever had moments like that where, I'm talking about like not just like once in a while, but like it's a regular thing that's happening multiple times a day, definitely multiple times a week, where you are not just like, oh, I raised my voice a little bit here and there. You are screaming in your kids' faces. And your kids are scared of you. They're hiding from you when you get angry. And maybe you feel like a momster. Like that is sign number one. If your kids are scared of you and they start crying because you're screaming at them, that is sign number one that you need some help, my friend. It is okay that you're there. I know there's so much shame and guilt what comes to it. I've had moments like that. And I'm not teaching you all these things because anger management is so easy for me and because I don't struggle with anger. I'm teaching you this because it is hard for me too. Because I struggle with this too. And I experience shame and guilt with this too. And I teach you this because I know how hard it is and I don't want you to stay there. And I know that you are meant for so much more. The devil wants you to stay in the shame and the guilt spiral, but not Jesus, okay? Your motherhood is meant for so much more than survival mode and screaming at your kids, okay? I'm here to support you. God has called me to this mission. I'm not even joking. I feel like this is a calling on my life to help moms who are struggling in this area. And it's truly because I have a hard time with it too, not because it's easy for me. Believe me, I struggle with this as well, okay? I have overcome a lot of this, but it's not something that just comes naturally and easy for me to be patient and calm and collected and cool. Like, no, it's not, even though it might seem like it, maybe on the podcast, but it does not come easily, I promise, okay? So number one, your kids are scared of you. You're acting like a momster towards your kids, okay? Number two, you are destructive with your words and your actions. You are saying damaging things with your words, and you're doing damaging things with your actions when you are experiencing mom rage, okay? When I've taught you this before, and I will link episodes in the show notes about what happens to our brain, we're experiencing anger and rage. We are helpless and we are out of control, and the part of our brain that helps us make good choices is completely offline, is shut off, and you are in survival mode in that moment, and you are making and doing destructive choices, okay? You are maybe saying nasty, mean things to your kids. You're very unkind, something you would never normally say to your children if you are having a good day. You are hurtful with your actions. You maybe spank out of anger. You maybe grab your kids too hard and hold their hand too tight. Maybe you're twisting their ear out of anger. Maybe you want to throw and destroy things. Maybe you've slammed the doors really hard. Maybe you've actually broken things in the house because you are so angry, my friend. That is a sign that you need some help. You're just not angry. You're experiencing destructive anger with your words and your actions, okay? Number 3, your spouse says you need some help. If you ever gotten to a point where your spouse is like, dude, like, what the heck? I think you have some anger issues. You need some help. And this is not coming from a way of like, I'm trying to shame you and guilt you into getting help. My friend, this matters. This relationships with your husband and your kids matter. You only get one shot at this. This matters. This season in your life matters. And if you're in a position where you're constantly blowing up and it's just exploding at your family with diarrhea and saying nasty and hurtful things and screaming at your kids' faces, listen, my friend, I love you and I care enough about you to talk about things that are uncomfortable for me to tell you, my friend, this is not okay to stay there. It's okay if you are here. It's not okay to stay there. There is hope. It is possible for you to get out of this dark hole. I promise you. Okay? Even if it's not help from me, there's other help available. Please reach out for support. You don't have to stay where you are today. Mama, I know that you're tired of screaming at your kids. I know that you go to sleep at night consumed with mom guilt and shame. You're tired of failing at being the patient and kind mom. You're tired of feeling out of control and daily feeling like a ticking time bomb and unsure if there's even hope for you to actually feel like a good mom. And you also want to set a great example for your kids. And you don't know where to start and where to go without feeling like you're the only one struggling with mom rage. I want to invite you to my training on overcoming mom guilt after mom rage. I want you to start believing that you are a good mom and stop beating yourself up that you're not meant to be one. I want you to have the steps on dealing with mom guilt. I'm going to help you overcome the mom guilt and shame from a faith-based perspective. And we are going to know how to master your negative mindset and negative thoughts. We will walk step by step and do the mindset work together in the training. I want you to go to the link in the show notes and sign up for this 1-hour training happening on April 25th at 12:30 Eastern Time. Are you in? The link is in the show notes. Number 4, you blame others for your anger. You think it's your children's fault. It's your husband's fault. Only if he did what I said and did it the way I said it, I wouldn't get mad at him. If my kid just did what I said immediately without questioning, without whining, without resisting me, I wouldn't have any anger issues. You know, I used to think that too. Like, it's not my fault, it's their fault. If only they did what I said when I said it, I would have no issues with being impatient with my kids. Guess what? That's not the reality. Your kids are not robots. God did not design them to be robots. And this is not a kid problem. This is a parent problem. This is a you problem. God calls us to self-control, not other control. All right. And this is one of the things that when you are blaming others for your actions, that means you have the problem. If it seems like everyone else is at fault besides you, I would ask you and encourage you to stop for a second and check in with yourself, because there's something going on here. My husband does this with our kids, and he's like, if everyone seems like everyone is bothering you and it's everyone else's fault at everything, like maybe it's not everyone else's fault. Maybe you're the one who's struggling. And again, I'm not saying you're a bad mom. You are doomed for life. I need you to understand that you're a good mom who's really, really, really is struggling and needs some a little bit extra help. You're more than welcome to listen to my previous episodes, but if you need that hand holding, that extra support, I do offer standalone coaching calls, and we can even add on packages if you are needing for further support. you can book a call with me. We'll go through these things. I will give you guidance and support. We get to the root of why you are reacting in the first place. I give you ways to manage your stress proactively, teach you regulation skills, in the moment strategies. How do we ask for help? How do we ask for support? How do we repair with our kiddos? Even if it feels like you messed up for life, in the show notes, there's a link to book a 45-minute coaching call with me. You can also add on boxer coaching for another week where you get to ask me more questions. I check in with you, making sure you're implementing what we talked about, my friend. There is help available. I'm here for you. I'm here to support you. All right. Number 5, you are scared of your own anger. This is another sign where it feels so out of control that you are scared of your own anger. You know, I've had a moment like that, and I've shared it. I believe I've shared it on this podcast. I know I've shared it on some other podcasts as an interview. I had this with my son when my oldest one was 3 years old, and my second one was born, and he was colic. And I calmed him down, put him in the swing, and he stopped crying. He fell asleep. My 3-year-old came up to him and bit his finger, and I freaked out. I reacted like I never have in my life. I hurt my oldest son physically. I really hurt him, and the amount of mom guilt and shame that just flooded over me in that moment. I felt so scared of my own rage, what I screamed and how I physically hurt him. I never thought I'd have something like that come out. Like the things that come out when you are sleep deprived, when you're exhausted, when we're down, and you don't have that support, like this version of you comes out that you're like, who is this person? And I'm scared of this person. I don't like this person. That is your sign number 5 that you need some help in this area. Okay, so to recap, number 1, your kids are scared of you. You're screaming in their faces. You feel like a momster. Okay, number 2, you're destructive with your words and hurtful with your actions. You're saying things that you regret, and you're doing things with your body and actions that you regret later on. Number 3, your spouse says that you need help, my friend. Your spouse says, dude, you need some help. Like, this is not okay. You have issues that need to be addressed. Number 4, you blame it on others. If everyone just did what I said, I wouldn't have issues. I would be all calm and patient if you just did what I said. Okay. And number 5, you are scared of your own anger. It is so out of control that you feel scared of your own anger. My friend, I want to let you know that having anger is normal. We all experience anger, but having destructive anger is hurtful, and it damages relationships. And my friend, it is also sinful. Okay? Those are sinful actions. And guess what? The devil wants you to stick there. He wants you to stay there. He wants you to sit in that guilt and feed that shame. Don't tell anyone. You're the worst mom in the world. Your kids are going to grow up to hate you. Like, he wants you to stay there. My friend, there's a better way to do motherhood. I promise you there is a better way. This time with your kids is so precious. Please don't waste it feeling in shame and guilt and sitting in that for years. Okay? You are meant for more than this. Your kids deserve a mom who feels good, takes care of herself. And if you want to model to your kids how to control their emotions, it starts with you. You cannot teach them to stay calm and patient when you are not doing that yourself. It starts with you, my friend. Okay, if you have not signed up for that training that I am doing on April 25th on Tuesday at 12:30 Eastern Time, I want to invite you, my friend. If this episode resonated with you in any way, shape, or form, you need that class. And I'm waiting for you to sign up and be there. All right. If you also can think of a friend that could use this information, maybe somebody that ever shared with you, this struggle and you're like, she could use this support, please share this episode with her. This would mean a lot to me because word of mouth is like the best way for others to listen to a show and start trusting this new host and coach. So I would appreciate that so much. That's the best way that you can support me, my friend. Hey mama, do you find yourself snapping over the smallest things, like spilled milk or constant whining, then feeling horrible afterwards? If you're tired of losing your temper and you want to show up with more patience, I have something for you. It's a free training called How to Be More Patient with Your Kids so you're not screaming over spilled milk. Inside, I'll walk you through 10 simple things you can start doing today to become a calmer, more Christ-like mom, even on the hard days. To get it for free, just leave a rating and review on Apple Podcasts and send a screenshot to hello@emotionallyhealthylegacy.com. Or if you'd rather skip the wait, you can grab it right now for just $27. The link is in the show notes. Let's help you become the peaceful, patient mom your kids need.